Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I have the ATRT driver from the new Revenge of the Sith Vintage Collection line. And this is another kind of hard to find figure, but nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and open it and review it for you. I had to decide which ones I wanted to keep carded and which ones I wanted to open. I don't know how rare this is going to turn out to be, but to tell you the truth, this wave has been so scattershot, it's just hard to say. Some stores have all of them consistently, and some of them never, they never turn up. But either way, it's a fine looking figure, a great addition to your clone army. If you do decide to keep it carded, some great art here. Let's just take a look at that, a scene from Revenge of the Sith. Let's turn it over, and you can see the original ATRT driver, and I actually have that figure right here to show you. Let's take a look at that. This is from the original Revenge of the Sith line, and there's a picture of the character. The figure itself was a little more basic. It came with two breastplates, one to reflect damage, and one that's clean. He had a missile firing blaster and what looks like a droid blaster. I don't know why they gave him that. It's not the clone trooper blaster. It's like they weren't really sure what weapon to give him. Here's a look at the back, and you can see some of the other characters from the line. So let's do a quick comparison. Of course, the new one has a removable helmet. All things considered, they're pretty similar. The detailing is better, obviously. The paint's better. The articulation's certainly better. Okay. That was a good little comparison. Alrighty, now last look at the packaging, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. Comes nicely off the card. Now, another reason I wanted to open this is because this figure, from a glance, has some really awesome looking accessories and some things I've never seen before on these figures. So I'm kind of excited to show you this, especially this weapon right here, which may be what they were trying to do with this weapon. It looks like a droid blaster. But what I like about this is it has a detachable strap that I haven't really seen anything like this on a Hasbro figure until now. You see that? That's really cool. And on the strap there's a thermal detonator and some ammunition. He also comes with a very sturdy, harder plastic and nice and straight, not bent, blaster rifle. That's also got some painting on it too for a change. But definitely a nice accessory. Here's his helmet. A nice thin antenna instead of a thick one. Good painting on it. Now let's look at the figure. Head sculpt. It's got a good face. They probably used this head sculpt before, but still, nonetheless, he doesn't jump out at me as being very familiar. He has a removable, I guess that's a rocket pack on his back that also fits good for a change too. They've really made some improvements lately. That just stays on. It doesn't fall off like the other ones. The helmet, it's a good fit. Plus, he still has a neck. If you can compare, they're very similar. Notice how the antenna has improved on the helmet, as well as the paint application. I'm trying to get that without the glare. The only edge this old one has was that alternate breastplate. So, good. The joints are nice and tight. This is a good figure. These vintage Collection figures are a little bit more expensive, but they feel a little bit sturdier, and they feel like they're made better than the Clone Wars ones, which are cheaper at Walmart or wherever you buy your figures. This just feels like a sturdy, well put together figure. Now let's go over articulation. Good ball hinge, ball jointed neck, and it has a lot of range of motion. The shoulders are ball hinge, but there is some constraint by these shoulder pads that are not removable. So they're really not better than swivel shoulders. Just to let you know, there is a ball hinge in there, but it doesn't do much good. Just a little bit of extra room. He can do about that much. Ball jointed elbows, a little constrained by this elbow piece. Swivel wrists, ball hinge torso, but they have it where you don't have that gap where a lot of reviewers didn't like, where you could see their insides. They seem to have solved that pretty well. The belt's not removable, but it looks like it is, which is just a nice touch. He has those nice ball hinge tips for allow for a lot of movement. Ball jointed knees and ball hinged ankles. So we have good fine articulation on this figure. Helmet back on. Posability wise, you can get this guy into some great poses. He has 2 fine accessories. This is a good figure. This is a great clone to have. Hold on a second. I think he looks really good next to this AT-RT Tank Gunner that I reviewed before. I think that they fit nicely together. A lot of the same shades of paint. So if you want to do a little army building, here's a good suggestion. Now let's rate it. Okay, for this figure, let's see. Let's get his instruments. These guys do not hold their instruments. The moto nodes themselves only rate about 2 moto nodes. 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna go 5 out of 5 moto nodes for this figure. That's a solid review. That's not as good as it can get, not the coveted 6 out of 5, but 5 out of 5 moto nodes means this is pretty good. It's worth opening, it's worth buying, so if you see this guy, pick him up. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.